For the first time since 2019, the Warriors have booked their ticket to the finals. Their 6th in 8 seasons. The team's big three look for a 4th career championship, having won 21 of their 23 playoff series under Coach Steve Kerr. As this dynasty continues, here's Draymond Green.
No one has proven they can beat us yet when we're whole, and that is still the case. So, never doubt what we're capable of. We don't chase wins during the regular season. We chase improvement during the regular season. When you do that and you're constantly improving throughout the year, you give yourself an opportunity to be in the position that we're in now.
I think what makes us special is we always knew we had championship DNA. Maybe the pieces didn't fit the first 2 years, but everything we did from practice to preparation was all championship based. And these guys have so much experience and so much knowledge that they're willing to share, and it really helps.
You have to have that competitive spirit and fire in a way that we just find ways to win games, especially in the playoffs when it matters the most. And we talked about it at the beginning of the Denver series, like we had no clue really how it's going to shape out, but you can build off of the experience that we've had over the last 10 plus years.
It takes a special group of talented young men to really put themselves and their agendas aside and do it as a whole and as a team, because I always think about this John Wooden quote. He said, "It's amazing what a team can do when nobody cares who gets the credit," and I genuinely feel that way about our team.
And I want complete honesty here. Who among us thought the Warriors dynasty was over? All right, Coach? All right.
Hey.
Hey.
And I'm still shocked, Zeke, when I see them, a 6'6" and under basically team out there, and the thing that's amazing to me that I love when you watch them play is pure basketball.
Yeah.
It's passing, it's cutting, it's moving, it's playing without the ball, it's reading the defense. When I set a back screen, we're reading the defense. All the things that you and I grew up playing, how we played, that's how they play. No more 3 guys on one side. No more everybody, all they run is pick and roll.
Mm-hmm.
You think about it. Golden State is not a pick and roll team. And so they just beat you playing basketball. You never know where the ball going. They read and react. And that's the thing that's so tough to guard, because when you go down and you look at the scouting report and you're trying to figure out what plays they call. No, if you don't understand basketball and the concept of basketball, pass and cut and move and read screen, then you can't play against them, because that's all they're doing.
And it's constant. How significant, though, Zeke, is championship experience when it comes to advancing to a final series?
It's extremely important, the experience part. But to me, what's really, what's the word I'm looking for, that you want to give them a big pat on the back for, is their perseverance, right? When everybody thought that it was over, and I'm sure there were some times when they themselves as players, as an organization, thought that, hey, it's over. But, they stayed with it. They stayed with Clay, right, when he was injured. They stayed with Steph, when he was injured. Draymond, when he was injured. They went through a lot. And, the winner is not always the most skilled person. The winner usually is the last man standing.
Yeah, the most determined.
Yeah, the one who's got the perseverance and the determination to say, I'm going to weather it all. I'm going to stand up. And, hey, we may not be the best team, right? We may not be the best players. I may not jump the highest or run the fastest, but guess what? Damn, I'm the only one here. So I won, right? That's the Warriors.
The trophy that's still up for grabs, and I don't just mean the championship trophy, I mean finals MVP, the one thing missing from Steph's resume?
Yeah, I think now, when you think about his other championships, it was Andre Iguodala that stole it from him. Then when Kevin Durant was there, he got all the limelight. Now, if you look at all the things that Steph has accomplished, back-to-back MVPs in the league. He's done everything, won championships, but put his stamp on what? That MVP trophy of the finals. And look, it's right there for him. He knows one thing. We don't know who they're going to play, but one thing Steph Curry knows is come game one, he's going to be out there.
I mean, you compete, with your team, and you can compete as a team. But then there are also individual goals and accomplishments that you may have a shot at, you know, and I'll just go back to LeBron James. Like LeBron James right now in this era is the only one who is playing for, damn, I might be the greatest to ever do it.
Think about that.
Right?
Yes.
So I'm going to go for this, right? Steph Curry right now saying, you know, I haven't been the finals MVP. So, you know what? I got a chance to do it.
Yeah.
So individually, you gear up and you go for it. Now, those who say, well, you shouldn't go for it, you shouldn't do that way, those are the people who never had a chance to really put your stamp on it and say, I'm the best.
Yeah.
Right?
Zeke, let's be honest. They're going to need him to play like an MVP because whoever they play between those two teams,
Right.
they are good and they're tough
Yeah.
defensively. So they're going to need him to play like an MVP to bring that trophy
Yeah.
home.
But my very favorite thing he said in recent seasons, I've got a whole lot left to accomplish, but nothing left to prove. We'll be right back.
Well said.
After the break.
Damn, he's smart.
You remember that, true? He was smarter.
That was pretty heavy.
Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals set for 8:30 Eastern on ESPN. Well, the Heat
Done. They had a lot to talk about. We know what they're going to do. We know how they're going to play us. But it's about us, no matter where we're at home, away, getting it done.
You can't look past a team at any stage. You can't think about the next game before you take care of the one that you're focused on. And for this team especially, this is a team that's going to come out and give you their best shot, their best punch. And you have to be willing to withstand that and also compete through it.
You have to go through difficult things as a group. We want to compete for a title. There is no easy path. You're going to have to go through some gnarly experiences together and come out of it collectively better from it. You earn so much more trust from these kind of experiences.
Let's talk some about what has made this team so good thus far, this team being the Celtics. Coach, break down what's going on with Al Horford. I mean, he's 16
We're going to break that down, but me and Zeke was talking about something
Yes.
back. Just look at, for people that want to understand the difference in talent,
Right.
look at the players on the Boston Celtics roster where they was drafted, and look at the players on the Miami Heat. Look, it's a reason why guys get drafted in the top 10 and guys don't get drafted. It's talent. So I'm just going to throw that out there. So for people out there wondering why Boston should win this series, if Miami wins this series, that's a problem. Because Boston have way more talent on paper than Miami does. That being said, let's go to this.
Okay, that being said, roll the tape. Al Horford, Coach.
Yeah, for all the people who thought Al was done, I know he had that little hiatus when he was at OKC, but look at Al. In his late